Imagine this. Somewhere, right now, while you're watching this video, there's a man who murdered a child living free in another country. Another fugitive who once ran a billion-dollar crime empire walks the streets of Moscow without fear. And then there are those who have orchestrated terrorist plots, mafia killings, cartel executions, still hiding, still powerful, still untouchable. These are not fictional villains from movies or TV. They are real people, real fugitives, and despite the efforts of the FBI, Interpol, and governments around the world, they remain ghosts. Tonight, we dive into the stories of the world's most dangerous criminals still at large, the predators, masterminds, and untouchable crime bosses who slipped through justice and continue to live in the shadows. Some of them may even be walking past you on the street today. Let's start with Alexis Flores. Back in 2000 in Philadelphia, a 5-year-old girl vanished. Days later, her body was found in an apartment basement. She had been strangled. The investigation quickly uncovered a name, Alexis Flores, a Honduran national who had been in the area at the time. DNA evidence tied him directly to the crime. But before police could catch him, Flores fled the United States. Today, the FBI believes he is hiding somewhere in Central America, possibly Honduras. His case is so serious that he has a permanent spot on the FBI's 10 most wanted fugitives list. Authorities warn he is extremely dangerous, a predator likely to strike again if he hasn't already. Now imagine a criminal so powerful that law enforcement calls him the most dangerous man you've never heard of. His name is Semyon Mogilevich, and he is often described as the boss of bosses in the global underworld. From arms trafficking to drug smuggling, art fraud to money laundering, his network reaches across continents. He is believed to control billions of dollars in illegal operations. But here's the chilling part. He isn't hiding in the shadows. He lives openly in Moscow, shielded by political protection, untouchable by both the FBI and Interpol. For years, governments have wanted him, indictments have been issued, but he remains free, powerful, and almost impossible to reach. Unlike the stereotypical mobsters we see in Hollywood movies, Mogilevich doesn't have to hide. He thrives in plain sight. From the shadows of global crime, we move to one of America's most unusual fugitives. His name is Jason Derek Brown, and on the surface, he looks like the last person you'd expect to be a killer. He's clean-cut, well-dressed, fluent in French, loves dirt bikes and luxury cars. To neighbors, he seemed like a suburban family man. But in 2004, in Phoenix, Arizona, Brown committed an execution-style murder of an armored truck guard, stealing $56,000 in cash. He fled the scene and vanished into thin air. What makes him dangerous is not just the crime itself, but his ability to blend in. He doesn't look like a fugitive. He doesn't act like a wanted man. He could be sitting at a cafe, charming strangers, living under another name, anywhere from the United States to Europe. Despite a global manhunt, Jason Derek Brown remains a ghost. But some fugitives don't need guns in their own hands. They use money. Felicien Kabuga was once one of the richest men in Rwanda. But in 1994, his wealth funded one of the most horrific genocides of the 20th century. Over 800,000 people were slaughtered in the Rwandan genocide, and Kabuga has long been accused of providing the weapons, the machetes, the money, and even funding the extremist radio stations that encouraged mass killings. For decades, Kabuga evaded capture by moving across continents with fake passports and false identities. He was always one step ahead of authorities, becoming one of the most infamous fugitives in history. He proved that sometimes the most dangerous criminals aren't the ones holding the knife. They're the ones paying for the knives. And then there's Matteo Messina Denaro, a name that strikes fear in Italy. Known as Diabolic, after a ruthless Italian comic book villain, Denaro has been on the run since 1993. He is the last great godfather of the Sicilian mafia. He is believed to have been responsible for dozens of murders, including the infamous assassinations of 2 prosecutors who were fighting to dismantle the Cosa Nostra. For years, Denaro continued to run operations while on the run: drug trafficking, money laundering, extortion. Rumors swirled that he underwent plastic surgery to hide his identity, while his network continued to protect him. In Sicily, his name is whispered with both fear and respect. For nearly 3 decades, he has been one of the most wanted men in the world. From the mafia to the cartels, our next fugitive is Rafael Caro Quintero, one of the original narco kingpins of Mexico. He co-founded the Guadalajara cartel and became infamous in the United States for ordering the kidnapping, torture, and murder of DEA agent Enrique Kiki Camarena in 1985. Quintero was arrested, sentenced, and imprisoned in Mexico, but in 2013, in a shocking move, he was released on a legal technicality. Instead of being rearrested, he disappeared. For nearly a decade, the United States government offered $20 million for information leading to his capture, one of the largest bounties ever placed on a cartel figure. Yet Quintero remained free, shielded by cartel power, living as a ghost in the criminal underworld. But crime doesn't always wear a suit or a cartel badge. Sometimes it wears the mask of terrorism. Islan Hapolan, leader of the Abu Sayyaf group in the Philippines, was one of the most feared terror masterminds in Southeast Asia. His group was responsible for bombings, kidnappings, and beheadings. Hapolan pledged allegiance to ISIS, attempting to build a Southeast Asian caliphate. Although reports claim he was killed in 2017 during a military raid, there are many who believe otherwise. His death was never fully confirmed. For intelligence agencies, the question remains, was Hapolan truly eliminated, or is he still alive, regrouping, plotting, waiting? Daoud Ibrahim is another phantom fugitive. He is the mastermind of the 1993 Bombay bombings that killed over 250 people, and for decades he has run one of the largest organized crime syndicates in the world. His network stretches across drugs, arms smuggling, extortion, and even match-fixing in cricket. Despite being hunted by India, the US, and Interpol, Ibrahim is believed to live comfortably in Pakistan, protected by powerful forces. For ordinary people, he is an untouchable ghost. For law enforcement, he is the fugitive they may never reach. And then there's Ayman al-Zawahiri, Osama bin Laden's right-hand man, and later the leader of Al-Qaeda. For years, Zawahiri was believed to be hiding in the mountainous borderlands between Afghanistan and Pakistan. He was accused of masterminding terrorist attacks against the United States and its allies. In 2022, U.S. officials announced that Zawahiri had been killed in a CIA drone strike. But some believe the story isn't that simple. Some argue that the man killed may not have been Zawahiri at all, or that his network continues to operate under his name. Whether he is truly dead or alive, the shadow of Zawahiri lingers, reminding the world that terrorism is never bound to one face. But here's the most chilling truth of all. The most dangerous criminals are not always the ones whose names we know. The FBI estimates that at any given time, dozens of unidentified serial killers are active in the United States alone. They move between states, choose victims carefully, and leave little behind. They have no wanted poster, no name on a list, no face on the evening news. They are ghosts by design. Some of them may never be caught. Some may be your neighbors. And one of them could be walking free in your town right now. These fugitives prove one thing. Even in the age of satellites, surveillance, and international task forces, some people can simply disappear. They slip through the cracks, hide in plain sight, or live openly under protection. And the world's most powerful law enforcement agencies still struggle to bring them down. Which of these fugitives shocked you the most? Do you think they will ever be caught, or will they carry their secrets to the grave? One thing is certain. Sometimes the most dangerous people are the ones you never see coming.